I need to stop saying it's early in the morning. It's like a little after 1 a.m. on the East Coast in Brooklyn. You know where I'm at. You know what I'm doing. This is for my late night folks, but this is for people that'll watch it either way. I've been doing a lot of live streaming. You know how that goes. But in my live streams, I've had people say that they're inspired, they're motivated, they get a positive word and stuff like that. And I'm grateful for that. There's people who are not inspired. There's people who don't find me motivational, who don't find me, you know, to be anything worth any good. And that's fine too. You know, my thing is what I do in my live streams, what I do with my content is I seek truth. I seek the truth in life. I seek the truth in, humanity, whatever this existence is. I'm just looking for the truth in all that encompasses this thing we call life. What's going on, Molly Dolly? You've been supporting me a lot, and I appreciate that. I definitely got to check you out. That's your channel. But in all that I do, especially with these live streams, I seek truth. What is life? What is love? What is hate? What is mystery? What is the truth in all this existence? And sometimes I may say something that's motivational. Sometimes I may say something that's inspirational. But for the most part, I'm always coming from a real place. I'm not always right. That's fine. I am who I am. I believe there's enough, room for everybody to do what they do here on YouTube, on the internet, for now. For now. I mean, once upon a time, you look at television, or you look at the beginnings of the internet and how, there was just a different variety of things. Everybody has their audience, whatever that audience may be online. And I just happen to be somebody who seeks truth. I just happen to be somebody who wants to find out what's real in life. With so much fakeness, especially online, I talk about real issues. I talk about things that, are a little bit serious, a little bit deep, some things that people don't want to get into. And it's not for everybody. Like I said, some of my live streams, I'm talking about, real heavy issues, man. What's up, Christine? Thank you for coming through. Thank you, Molly Dolly, as well. And I get the fact that, there are people out there that may not want to tackle the weightier matters, stuff about politics, religion, life, abortion, yeah, some people want to swap sadness for gladness. And, to each his own. I'm not telling people they can't do that. I'm not judging anybody for how they do their thing. Everybody has their way. But this is just to explain how I do or why I do what I do. I'm looking for truth, If I'm trying to entertain you, if I'm telling a joke, if I'm doing a live stream, if I'm just throwing up some, BS content or something like that, I'm still searching for something. I'm searching for what's really out there. And you want to call me on it. Like I said, Mel, get yourself together. Hopefully I don't ramble on too much. But the point is, in all that I do, I'm just looking for the reality of it all. I'm looking for what life actually is. Because it's like Molly Dolly said, there's so much fakeness out there. There's so many facades. There's so many people pretending. There's so many people acting like, it's okay to just follow the crowd and the status quo. And I'm not always the status quo type of guy. So the things that I talk about, not always status quo. I appreciate that, Molly Dolly. Definitely appreciate that. But for the most part, like I said, I do want to make people think. I do want to make people laugh, make people cry, and all that stuff when appropriate. This is just me. This is just where I come from. I make the attempt to come from a real place. I make the attempt to, be in a real place. What's going on, K-Dog? Much love to you, Thank you for your support. It was cool coming to your live stream, early on, and, I'm just a real person that's trying to contact people, real people, and talk about real issues and, dig deep into life and explore the panoply, the spectrum of life. Everything is not always sunshine and rainbows, you know what I'm saying? But everything isn't all doom and gloom, you know what I mean? So, I try to find a balance and strike the chord, not to be too serious, but not to be too sap happy as well. And You know, that's me. That's just where I come from. You know. Yeah. So many thoughts going through my mind right now. Yeah, you try to find a balance in everything. You know, what's life without balance? The yin and the yang. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, snap. And it is there. It is there. It is there. You know, like I said, hopefully when anybody watches my content, you know, they gather something of it, you know, that, you know, can help them, you know. Hopefully they see truth in it. Hopefully they see realness is there. And I'm not always right with what I say. You know, I acknowledge that. You know, I pray for the strength to, you know, tell the truth and be truthful in all that I do, and to be, you know, open-minded and just knowing when I'm wrong and admitting just, you know, different things and whatnot. You know, like I said, this is a late night chat. Yeah, definitely, Molly Dolly, never lose faith. Never lose faith in what you're fighting for. Never lose faith in you know, what's right and searching for truth. I say that to anybody. Regardless of what you do, always look for the truth. Always look for the realness if you can handle it. You know, if you can handle it. Sometimes people don't want to see life as it is. And that's the way I'll look at it. And I'll say this. When I look at what I do, I try to see things as they are. I try to discuss things from, you know, just a real person's perspective, you know, just somebody who's concerned, just somebody who, you know, can be corrected at times and it's not as always right. But, you know, I just want to come from a real place. I just want truth, you know, whatever that truth may be, the real truth, you know, of life, of how things are, you know. I'm somebody who can laugh, who can joke, who can smile with the best of them. But I search for substance, you know, in anything, in everything. My relationships with people online, offline, everything is substance. What does it mean? What it's about? You know, is this relevant? Should I be in the midst of this conversation? Am I saying what's real to the people that I'm talking to? You know, because there's times when I'm not even trying to be inspirational at all. There's times when I'm not even trying to inspire at all. Sometimes I'm just really just trying to get down to the bottom of things. You know, it's like a mystery. Trying to, you know, figure out complicated life and its structures and how it breaks down and stuff like that. It's just my mind. You know, I look at, you know, it all like, you know, how do I present myself to the world, and am I saying something that when my niece and nephew or somebody come and they look and they say, wow, you know, is he saying something worthwhile? Hopefully, you know, for folks that watch my content and see me, you know, I'm saying something worthwhile. Uh, I appreciate that, Molly Dolly. I mean, if people find comfort in what I do in my streams and stuff like that, but I don't do the live streams just for comfort, you know. I do them because I try to tackle tough issues. I try to tackle things in a realistic way. I try to have real conversations with real people. I'm assuming that you're real people out there that go through real things. And yeah, there's an entertainment value to it, but I just don't want to be the entertainment without the substance. I don't want to be the guy who's just you know, not to throw any shade on anybody. I just don't want to be the guy who who's without, I guess, without the realness. I mean, that's the only way to say it. I don't want to be a guy without realness. I don't want to be the guy, you know, that's just you know, all flash, no fire, you know. I want the things I say and do to mean something, you know, long, you know, after I stop making a video, long after you turn off the camera. I don't want to be, yeah, empty. I guess that's a good word of saying it. I want to be somebody who has substance. I want to be somebody that makes you think, that makes you laugh, that makes you cry, but with a purpose, for a reason. I want it to matter, you know, that I did a live stream. I want it to matter that I did a vlog. I want it to matter that I uploaded something. I want it to matter in a realistic way. I wanted to touch a chord. I wanted to relate a human experience to you, you know, and a real human experience, not something fake, not something made up, not something proposed, you know, not something, you know, just through osmosis or something like that. I want real experiences, you know what I mean? I want to express a real idea, you know. I want real ideas to be expressed, real conversations, real questions, you know, to be argued and explored, you know. I look for the truth, even if I'm just sitting there talking a whole bunch of crap. at some point, I want the truth. What is life without truth? What is it? And that's just what I have to say. So at this point, I'm going to get out of here, get in the call, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way.